Everyone.
Hi.
I came here today with my parents, my dad, my mom, and my brother, and I'd like to share a word of optimism with you. I don't think it takes long to see that there's something different about me, but I hope that after this speech, you'll see beyond my scars and see that I'm just a regular kid. Well, that looks a little different. A kid that overcame and continues to overcome obstacles. When I was 3 years old, I was severely burned by a fire in Mexico at my grandma's house. They say it was an electrical fire. My cousin was at the porch when she saw smoke coming out of the room and told my grandma. After yelling and screaming, two men were brave enough to go into that burning oven of a room. But finally, one found me on the floor unconscious, and he grabbed me in his arms and he rushed me to the city hospital. After about 1 day, my parents were told that I wouldn't make it, that I wouldn't survive. But then a kind nurse told my family about Shriners Hospital for Children. A call was made. The next day, I arrived at Shriners Hospital in Sacramento, California, transported by a medical airplane. The burn doctors there discovered that I was so severely burned that my fingers had to be amputated, along with my nose and ears. There's been a lot that I've had to overcome over the years, like walking and talking. I've had to know how to use my hands without fingers, which took more than 3 years of physical therapy. But eventually I was able to go back to school. My teacher tells me that my penmanship is actually better than most of the students who do have fingers. Think about everything you can do with your fingers, and I assure you I can do them too. Well, maybe I can't tie my shoes, but hey, that's what Velcro's made for. At first, I felt a little weird and strange when kids looked at me or when people asked me questions, but I realized they were just curious. Now I actually enjoy it, because I get to tell them my story and show them that they too can overcome anything in their lives. Talking about it puts us both at ease. Sometimes in the store, kids will scream and run away. I don't blame them. You know, it was funny, one time I was walking down the street, and this kid came right up to me and said, "What happened?" I turned to him, looked him right in the eyes, and said, "Cigarettes, kid." Trust me, that kid will never, ever touch a cigarette in his life. His mom will thank me. But anyway, back to topic. When I'm at Shriners each year taking my surgeries, I make the rounds and help other kids who are scared about their own burns. When they see my optimism and how I can do things with no fingers, it gives them hope that they can do things too. I tell myself, if this had to happen to someone, why not me? I think I wouldn't have had such a happy life if I wasn't burned. Because of this, I was able to come to the United States. I can't imagine not knowing all the people I know and have met. Many people look at me and see a life full of obstacles, a life of despair and pain. And yes, I do have obstacles, but I work through them because I have an attitude of gratitude for all the things I can and will do. God has sent me many great positive people to overcome my obstacles. People like my family, teachers, principal, and friends who love me. People who see beyond my scars and see the beauty and potential. Yes, I'll have many obstacles in my life, plenty. But if I take it 1 day at a time, I can accomplish my dream, which is to go to college and become an engineer and help other people like me who are not disabled. There's something I like to call differently able, which means they do the same things as us. They communicate, they talk, they breathe, they play. They just might do it in different ways. All I ask is that you overcome your obstacles in life like I have, be they mental or physical. You know, I may be preaching to the choir, a room full of optimists, but look at what you do have, not what you don't, and use your talents to help yourself and others, even if it's just giving a little smile to someone like me. Oh, and remember, every life has a purpose. I want you to go find yours. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.